G'day, Pickleball family. First thing to know, as shared on NBCPhiladelphia.com, it means the world to me. New Jersey Special Olympians learn pickleball from volunteers. Volunteers with the Deptford Pickleball Club in South Jersey are teaching Special Olympics New Jersey athletes how to play pickleball and leaving the athletes feeling good. The club has been hosting free training clinics for the athletes. The goal is to make it as big as possible and, even more important, to make it fun. Joe Knowles, a member of the Deptford Pickleball Club and longtime Special Olympics volunteer, said, "Pickleball is in its infancy with Special Olympics New Jersey. It's not yet an official sport, but it could be in about 2 years. Adding a sport is a process for Special Olympics New Jersey, but if all goals are met, athletes could be competing in pickleball by fall of 2025. The clinics are designed to get the athletes ready. Knowles, passionate about pickleball and Special Olympics, rallied to make it happen. With permission from Deptford's mayor to use the town space, the club started hosting the training sessions a few months ago. It has been very rewarding," volunteer Florence DeMarc said. "We have parents come from a great distance and they say there is nothing like this available in their area. When they tell us that, we know it is a good thing." Brad Hennifer has been competing with Special Olympics since he was 12. He has competed in a variety of sports and even placed at the national level, but he's a first-time pickleball player. "He loves it. I feel powerful and great," Brad said, describing how it feels to play. "I love them and they are great instructors." Brad and his mum, Nancy Hennifer, drive about 45 minutes each way to attend the clinics. "It's excellent exercise and socialisation," Nancy Hennifer said. "It means the world to me, absolute world." Special Olympics New Jersey said it's difficult to find court space, but they are hoping to have more of these free clinics available to athletes across the state. "We hope to be the beginning of it, but we hope to see it go a lot further," Knowles said. The families expressed incredible gratefulness to the volunteers for giving their time to make sure everyone has the chance to play. "You can feel the love. They genuinely care about these athletes," Nancy Hennifer said. "I feel like I'm the lucky one. I'm learning something," DeMarc said. "And to see the kids smile and be happy, it's just so great." The Deptford Pickleball Club is hoping to continue the clinics outside this summer. Athletes have to be registered with Special Olympics New Jersey. Thanks ever so much for making it this far into the update. Please be sure to hit subscribe and like, comment, and rate on the platform you're watching or listening to it on, so this and future episodes can be found by and shared with other fellow pickleballers. Second thing to know, as shared on pickleball.com, a final look at the PPA Red Rock Open, as shared by author Jim Kloss. The PPA Selkirk Red Rock Open is now history. What a tournament was. We had just about everything in St. George, Utah. Wind, a little rain, upsets, Ernie's galore, epic comebacks, first-time finalists, and as always, world-class play by the best players on the planet. So much to discuss. Let's go over it all. Number one, Jack Sock makes a final. Jack Sock remains must-see pickleball, win or lose. His power and athleticism are awesome to see, and the simple joy he brings to the court makes his matches fun for the fans. Seeing a Jack Sock match is like waiting for a Sports Centre highlight to happen. Every match features at least one jaw-dropping shot. His run to the singles final had it all. A double pickle of Michael Lloyd, who is a darn good singles player, a 3-game nail-biter with Kwong Duong, a couple of fun power matches with Hayden Patrick and Christian Olshon, and then an epic final with number one, Federico Staksrud. Give me more Jack Sock, win or lose. Of course, lots of credit for Staksrud too, who won the 3-game final and continued his amazing run of singles finals. Number two, Tyson McGuffin is a rock. Some doubts have been expressed about Tyson and whether he is still among the top 10 players. From what I saw at Red Rock, those doubts are misplaced. He made the medal round in singles. He had a great match in singles with newcomer Noe Cliff, more on him later, where he came back from down 9-4 in game one to run out 7 points to win the first game and go on to win the match. In men's doubles, he and Deckel Bar were down a game and 7-0 in game two to Hayden Patrick and Callan Dawson, only to come all the way back and win. Tyson's defense was amazing all week. His all-around game was excellent, but he was putting on a clinic for defensive right-side play. Whatever injuries he may have had before are healed, and he was on top of his game. It was great to see. 3, keep an eye on Noe Cliff. In doing commentary on Grandstand Court, we almost always know a lot about every player called to the court. This week, my partner and I had to admit we had never heard of the opponent of Jay de Villiers coming up, Noe Cliff. Some quick internet research told us he was a former French junior tennis champion and a former Big Ten tennis champ. With that background, we expected to see a banger with great ground strokes, but a suspect game at the kitchen. Boy, were we wrong. Cliff and de Villiers proceeded to play perhaps the most entertaining singles match I have ever seen. They played doubles in a singles match. Almost every point featured cat and mouse play, constant chips, drops, angles, cut shots with amazing court coverage. Cliff prevailed in a memorable match. Cliff then played Tyson McGuffin, and we again were treated to doubles type play by both players. Noe had a 9-4 lead in game 1, but Tyson used his veteran knowledge to change things up, and a series of powerful forehands turned the tide. I spoke to Noe after, and he admitted he was, understandably, out of gas. I told him he had a lot of game and he would do well at doubles quickly, which is unusual for a tennis convert. Sure enough, Cliff and his partner Robert Slutsky, as number 38 seeds, made it to the quarters, where they played the Johns brothers, ending their run. Watch out for Noe Cliff. He will be working his way up the PPA ladder. Number 4, a great week for Leah Jansen. With Annalie Waters, ALW, and Catherine Parento, CP, out this week, things were open for other women to step up and take advantage. None did so more effectively than Leah Jansen. Jansen took home a silver in singles and a gold in women's doubles with Tina Pisnik. Pisnik and Jansen were steady the whole event and stayed loads of focused in the final, defeating Anna Bright and Callie Smith. Jansen, who sometimes can be her own worst enemy by letting frustration get the best of her, was on top of her mental game, staying steady at all times. She was patient in the dink game, waiting for an opening before attacking. It appeared she has had some good coaching and followed that advice to be positive and patient. Number 5, Mary Brasher wins gold. In women's singles, Mary Brasher took home the gold as the top seed. She had a few bumps along the way, but met every challenge before her. She only lost one game the entire event and had to grind out a very tough 3-game win in the final over Leah Jansen. Mary and her sister are both well coached and make solid in-match adjustments. Her game shows the benefit of courtside coaches, but of course the deserved credit goes to her for executing the right strategy. Number 6, a possible change at the top of men's doubles. There were a number of big stories at Red Rock, but none bigger than what happened at men's doubles. In one semi-final, Andre Diescu and Gabe Tardio defeated Ben and Colin Johns, but that hardly tells the story. The real story is not only that they won, but that they won 11-0 in Game 3. The Johns brothers rarely lose the semi-final, and if they have ever been pickled before, I can't remember it. I took a photo of the scoreboard after the 3rd game, as I doubt we will ever see an 11-0 score go against the Johns brothers again. Diescu and Tardio won a match where the vast majority of play was a dink contest between Ben and Andre, and it was Andre who got the best of that exchange. In singles, people have questioned whether Staksrud has caught and passed Ben Johns as the number 1 player. I say no, not yet, as Staksrud has proven he can beat Ben. In doubles, it is now a reasonable question to ask whether Diescu has caught up to Ben as the best player. I'm not ready to crown Diescu, but it is a reasonable issue to raise and something to keep an eye on. Of course, we have to point out that in the final, Diescu and Tardio lost to J.W. Johnson, Dylan Frazier. This is the second final of the year where J.W. Dylan defeated Diescu Tardio. J.W. Dylan and Gabe practice together all the time, so it appears J.W. Dylan know the secret sauce to beat Diescu Tardio. Look for Colin Johns to watch some tape and change strategy next time out against Diescu Tardio. Next up on the PPA Tour is the Atlanta Open. It begins May 13. The Atlanta Open is back-to-back with Major League Pickleball, MLP Atlanta, so we can expect just about everyone to be playing in this event. More to come on what will undoubtedly be another great tournament. Third thing to know, as shared on pickleball52.com, Team Racket crowned Franklin PPL Season 1 winners in England. James Chowdhury's Team Racket were crowned Season 1 winners of the Franklin Premier Pickleball League at Lee Valley Hockey and Tennis Centre in England last weekend. Vice-Captain Jess Wilson's decisive backhand cross-court winner in the final sparked scenes of jubilation amongst the team, which, as well as James and Jess, featured Daniel Wren, Mercedes Baxter Chinnery, Jamie Basford and Maisie Wise. The team had battled from 5th place in the league standings to come through and win the playoffs, defeating Team Pickle Play 4-1 in a pulsating final. The event was played on a full Pickleball United rollout centre court and was shown live via a professional live streaming setup that was played live on Tennis Channel and Racket. The day also featured PPL Pro clinics hosted by Lewis Laville, Thaddeus Locke and Pei Chuan Kao, and also hosted a 70-person festival run by Sam Anderson. PPL director Lewis Laville, captain of the runners-up Team Pickle Play, told us, "We had a phenomenal final with worthy winners and fantastic play from all teams. If you compare this to the first PPL event weekend at Basingstoke, I'm so proud of what the PPL director team has achieved. The first event was 3 tape courts on a tennis court and rushing through games to finish in time. There were only a handful of people watching the stream that was run through a webcam. For the finale to be held at an Olympic venue is something we could have only dreamed of at the start of the season. The league has expanded into an elite sports league with inclusivity and enjoyment being at the forefront of what we do. Season 2 is going to be bigger and better with a challenger division, Masters 50-plus division, and more pro clinics and festivals." Paddles up.